Now as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, "Tell us, when will all these things be? And what will be the sign of your coming and the end of the age?" And Jesus said to them, "Take heed that no one deceives you. For many will come in my name, saying, 'I am the Christ,' and will deceive many. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there will be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then they will deliver you up to tribulation and kill you, and you will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. And many will be offended, will betray one another, and hate one another. Then many false prophets will rise up and deceive many. And because lawlessness will abound, the love of many will grow cold. But he who endures to the end shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world as a witness to all the nations, and then the end will come."
But I want to say something here. The only thing that has truly served as an anchor of the United States of America is that we have been, and by the grace of God, we always will be, a Christian nation.
Make you think that God chose America as his divine messianic force to be a sort of policeman of the whole world. God has a way of standing before the nations with judgment, and it seems that I can hear God saying to America, "You are too arrogant. If you don't change your ways, I will rise up and break the backbone of your power, and I'll place it in the hands of a nation that doesn't even know my name. Be still and know that I'm God."
I started to research a lot Jewish roots and Jewishness, and I wanted to know what it is that Judaism is about. What does Judaism believe? So I started to study their writings. And their writings include Talmud, Zohar, Kabbalah, Shulchan Aruch, which is their Jewish law, or it's called Halakha. And I started to expound on, listen to a lot of teachings by rabbi. I would open up a lot of videos that Chabad rabbi would specifically teach on Halakha and on Talmud and explain certain things, and I started to see that there is a huge discrepancy between Christianity and Judaism, that Christianity has absolutely nothing to do with Judaism. Judeo-Christianity, as often as referred to, is oxymoron statement. It's diametrically opposed, and I started to see that basically they actually are the enemies of Christianity. Yes. So I could not logically understand.
And Judaism is not biblical even by Old Testament standards.
That's correct.
God did not create Judaism.
Exactly. Judaism as we know it today is basically Pharisaism. Judaism is not true faith. It's not nothing that God has given.
It's what Jesus condemned.
Exactly.
Right.
So I started to notice that we have the same battles today as first century Christians, as apostles, and that our enemies are the same enemies as enemies of Jesus. And it was the Pharisees with their oral law. You see a lot of Christians today, especially in Zionist circles, they think that Judaism is about Old Testament. That Judaism is just the Old Testament. All they believe, the Jews, they just believe the Moses law, and they practice the law of Moses. They have 613 commandments. Most of these Christians are not familiar with the Talmud, Zohar and Kabbalah, and where this 613 mitzvot comes from and what they're all about. So I started to study what they're about and what the Talmud teaches, and I noticed that there is actually a plan, there is a plot, and that's a plot against Christianity. The basically secret doctrine of the Zohar, what is behind Zohar, and you have to understand that the soul of the Talmud is Zohar, and the soul of Zohar is Kabbalah, the occultism or sorcery, as I refer to it. Now, this particular book, it doesn't speak against it. It only explains what it is, what the secret doctrine is. And here in a preface, it actually speaks of the secret tradition in Israel, together with some account of the manner in which it influenced Christian scholarship in Europe during 16th, 17th, and 18th centuries. It seems like this is plot that is not new. This has been pre-planned long time ago.
They've been infiltrating Christian churches and universities and organizations for centuries.
Exactly.
To change the gospel.
To change the gospel and completely put a virus in Christianity. I call that a virus, leaven of the Pharisees. And today's Christianity, especially here in America, has a virus. And we have to identify what the virus is. But it's basically the same problem as Apostle Paul has. It's a Judaizing of Christianity, but they also brought in occultic practices. But anyway, as far as I was studying this, I came to a really shocking information. And here on this page, I highlighted it. It says here, according to the Midrash Talpigoth, the Messiah will bring eternal peace, which of course was understood by the Israelites as peace for Israel, plus that which may follow extermination for all who did not enter by conversion into the house of Jacob. So
extermination?
Yes. So basically what they teach is that if Gentiles or Christians do not attach themselves to the Jews, they will be exterminated. And of course, we are well known for our Noahide laws, that we brought this to a light. So then you go to Talmud and you start reading what is the plan for Gentiles. You see, Judaism is a two-tier system. Judaism puts the wall of partition back. It's the Jews and non-Jews. And according to Judaism, non-Jews are different species. They are not, they're humans, but they're not at the level of the Jews. Jews are supposedly divine. They're light of the world. They're the chosen. They have life of Hashem inside of them. That's the way they explain life of God inside. And the Gentiles, they can never achieve it. They're different species. They're on animalistic level. And the only way for Gentiles to make it to the world to come is to attach themselves to the Jews. And how do they do that? Well, through the Noahide laws, 7 Noahide laws. Gaon de Vilna have discovered the code, or expressed, or he was able to get the revelation, as they say, of the mystery of Kabbalah. And they have predicted, in that book, they said that at the end times, at the Messianic times, the figure like Cyrus shall appear again. So all of these Cyrus prophecies.
That was like over 200 years ago?
Yes, it was all over 200 years ago.
There would be a Cyrus figure appear.
Right.
And what would the Cyrus do?
Well, in a Jewish mind, they have not only one Messiah, like we know Christians, we have Jesus Christ as one and the only Messiah. They have two Messiahs. One is a Messiah ben Joseph, and one is Messiah ben David.
They have two?
They have two Messiahs.
One's not good enough?
Well, this is the way they explain it. The Messiah ben Joseph can be anybody, whether Jew or a Gentile. It can be an Edomite, according to them, a Gentile. But that Gentile has to do good for Israel and move Israel towards its final redemption, tikkun olam.
Okay, so Donald Trump was there, and they were telling him, your name is in gematria.
Yes.
You're like the Messiah.
Right, correct.
So he's the Gentile Messiah?
Yes, according to Jewish doctrine, Messiah ben Joseph can be either a Jew or a Gentile who helps Israel in their redemption process, who is doing anything, all the good things for Israel, so Israel can come to a place where they rule the world.
Well, you have two different points in that. You have the Mashiach ben Yosef and Mashiach ben David, and one brings about Israel through redemption, but the other brings it about through war. And some are believing that that Trump could be possibly the David Messiah, and that Netanyahu could be the Yosef, which brings about the war, or vice versa. I forget now which one's which, but this is and there's all kinds of beliefs out there like this.
They need a Gulf of Tonkin incident. They need a USS Liberty incident. They got to do something to get around that Senate vote.
Yes.
Well, they consider him Ben Yosef Messiah for one reason. He has moved embassy to Jerusalem. Of course, there is a plan that all nations will move their embassies to Jerusalem. And then also he gave them Golan, and he's supporting their occupation of the land over there. So
are the Kabbalah wizards pumping this stuff into Donald Trump's head? Are they just making it up and telling him, hey, we have prophecies about Cyrus and the Messiah, and it's you. We've come to this conclusion. It's you. Are they just making this stuff up?
I don't see the heart. I don't know if he's willingly part of that, or if they are really putting this into his head. So I don't know what the truth is.
We know that they're saying it to him. We've got recordings of them saying, you're the Messiah.
Right.
You're in gematria.
Now in Judaism, Ben Yosef can be several people. Every generation had Messiah ben Yosef according to Jews. So when they speak of Messiah, you have to be really careful to understand what they mean. Because of course then they have the Messiah, the final Messiah, the Ben David Messiah, and that one will be...
there's three?
That one will be a sacred serpent.
He'll be a what?
Sacred serpent.
A sacred serpent?
Yes. Uroboros.
Yes. A snake?
A snake.
Yes.
They're expecting a snake Messiah?
Well, Rabbi Laitman, who is a prominent Jewish philosopher, he's one, of course, is taught by the Rabbi of Goan that Yana was talking about already. But Rabbi Laitman really promotes the idea very openly that in the Garden of Eden was actually the helper of mankind. And of course he writes about the sacred serpent, or the holy serpent he's even called, which they believe will be the last Messiah that brings about redemption. And so, I mean, I always think about how Jesus says in Matthew, that you're of your father the devil, or he says you are a generation of vipers. He's already telling you, but yet when we see this, then we see that they're looking for a serpent Messiah. I mean, it's just strange the way they think.
According to the book by Joel Baxt, Josephic Messiah, Metatron, and Sacred Serpent, that's the name of the book. In the second volume, he's describing the serpent that was in the Garden of Eden, and he's describing him as androgynous AI. And this is basically who their final Messiah is. They're bringing down their sacred serpent.
He's a transvestite?
Androgynous.
Or he's
male, female in one body, and AI, because Kabbalah is closely connected with technology. And in their books and writings, they're actually admitting they're going to bring their final Messiah through technology.
They're saying this stuff.
They're saying it.
I've been saying it, but I had no evidence of their writings. I'm just in my spirit believing that's where they're going with this. But you're saying that in their writings?
Yes.
They're saying that this snake Messiah is going to come through technology?
Technology.
Yes.
Yes, as technology is connected to Kabbalah so closely that basically Kabbalah is technology. It's occultic. And they're specifically talking about the sacred serpent that was in the Garden of Eden They're describing him in this particular book, and he was androgynous AI, and this is their Messiah. In the Zohar, Talmud, and Kabbalah, the entire thing is separation of people to Israelitic and non-Israelitic according to the book called Jewish Utopia. Now, they are building their own kingdom. It's the Jewish earthly kingdom with headquarters in Jerusalem, where their AI Messiah will be, and they're going to rule the world through the law. You know, it will be international, one law, one religion, basically, Luciferian religion. So yes, in a Talmud, this is the Jewish earthly kingdom, and this is why the Zionist Christianity have embraced Chiliasm. They have embraced, or Chiliasm, I don't know how you would say. Chiliasm. Which
means 1,000.
1,000.
Where they get the 1,000-year millennial reign.
Exactly, which is a focus on earthly millennial kingdom. And this is how Jews and Christians are getting together, and Christians are so deceived thinking that they are working for the good thing, for the Jews, like they're helping the Jews. The Jews are supposed to get this kingdom. Yet this is Zoharic doctrine, and it does not have good intention. As I said, that they want to rule the world, they want to get Gentile riches, and they want to rule the Gentiles. They don't consider Gentiles fully human beings, and in fact, as an end game, they have this strange doctrine, Adam Kadmon doctrine, which Adam Kadmon originally was, according to Zohar and Talmud, he was androgynous. You know, Adam, like he wasn't male, or he was male female in one body, and this is why you see this transgender agenda today, and there are laws, very serious laws, passing in Alberta, Canada.
Is Zionism behind the transgender movement?
You know, I don't think that, personally, I don't think Zionist Christians are aware of this. They're not aware of many details of what
But is Zionism.
But I think that, yes.
Does the transgender movement get its origin in Zionism?
Yes, it gets its origin in Zionism, and it gets its origin in the Talmud, Zohar, and Kabbalah. It's a Kabbalistic doctrine of Adam Kadmon, which is, eventually, they have this doctrine called Tikkun Olam, repairing the world. Yes. So how do they want to repair the world? They want to bring it to the original. Who was original Adam? He was androgynous. So now they're putting specific things in full.
Now official that Elon Musk is beginning mass production of the Neuralink brain chips, so I thought it'd be a great time to show you guys a song that was produced a year after Elon Musk was born in 1972, called Watch Out for 666. Check this out.
In a vision of the future, I saw in a vivid dream that the hour is soon coming when men will become machines. A new one world order will rise and then demand that all the world's people receive their scientific brand. I saw a tiny free program, computer chip so thin, implanted in men's foreheads, underneath their skin, linking all its bearers to the system's central brain. The master computer that over them will reign. Watch out for 666 and the computer chip that is designed to strip you on your self-control. Don't sell yourself.
In the car, you gotta come to church with me. Would you like to go and worship Jesus?
I think that's not a good idea.
Why is that not a good idea?
Because I'm a witch.
Oh, witch!
Yes.
Oh, well, you know,
Because I have witch eyes. A witch gave me a potion to make my eyes look like this.
well, you know, Jesus can set you free.
No, he can't.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
No, he can't. He doesn't even have power. I have his power. I killed him.
Oh, Jesus.
Death.
No.
He's not strong.
He's the most powerful person in the whole universe.
I can fly.
Well, so can he.
No, he can't.
Yes.
Then how did he get dead on the cross?
Well, he
At the end of
chose
the day, Larry, we have to put structure back in this country. If you're going to have a team like we have in the United States of America, we have to have something to believe in. We have a bad addiction problem, a mental health problem. We have so many things going the opposite direction. The only thing that's going to help us is God and God's prayer. And that's where you have to start. You have to start in family. You have to start in schools, prayer in schools, Bible in schools. When we kicked it out and we turned God the other direction, our country turned the other direction. Newspapers, they came after me right and left, church versus state. We have to get that out of the way and start believing in God again and give our young people opportunities that we had years and years ago.
I don't want to separate that church and state. That part, the Bible, if you don't want to read it, don't read it. And I think he's doing us a tremendous, fabulous service, essentially putting God, prayer, and the Bible back into American life. There's nothing like that service.
They want to keep the Bible out. They want to keep prayer out. They want to destroy family. And by doing that, it's going to bring this country under. So kudos to President Trump for stepping into it and stepping out there on the plank that he knows that they're going to come after him, but that's all right. I mean, God's going to be with him.
Somebody's asking, how long will prejudice blind the visions of men? I come to say to you this afternoon, however difficult the moment,
yes, sir,
however frustrating the hour, it will not be long, because truth crushed earth will rise again.
Yes, sir.
How long? Not long.
Yes, sir.
Because no lie can live forever.
Yes, sir.
How long? Not long.
How long?
Because you shall reap what you sow.
Yes, sir.
How long? Not long.
How long?
Truth forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne.
Yes, sir.
Yet that scaffold sways the future.
Yes.
Behind the dim unknown standeth God within the shadow, keeping watch above his own. How long? Not long. Because the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice.
Yes, sir.
How long? Not long.
Give yourself to Jesus. To Jesus. He's waiting just for you. He's waiting just for you. Yes, he is. Just put all your trust in him. Just put all your trust in him. God will take care of you. God will take care of you. God will take care of you. He'll take care of you. Yes, he will. God will take care of you. The Lord is my shepherd.
I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley in the shadows of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Yourself in the arms of Jesus. Put yourself in the arms